Hello, lovelies. So, been unable to record last few days. We had some pretty gnarly storms in gnarly, as if I just said gnarly. Um, Pretty intense storms in Ontario and out of power for quite a while, and then got to spend time with my nieces. So we're back this morning and going to see what our woodland wardens have to say. These cards are so cute. All right. What do we need to know? Happy Canada Day. A little bit delayed, but that's, what happens. Today is July 4th for anyone in the States. So let's see what's happening with our cards this morning. We have the Two of Pentacles coming up reverse and the Ace of Arrows, which is the Ace of Swords, sorry. But this wants to stay up right now. And then we have Strength. Okay, that makes sense. King of Wands is in reverse. And then we have Judgment. Okay. It feels like something. I feel like this is going 1, 2, 3. And then we have these two here. So some information is coming in. The Ace of Arrows is, I feel I'm getting a picture now of Robin Hood. Stay with me. In different shows I've seen, they when they send out a note and it lands in a tree or something, there's a piece of paper but an arrow on the top. It feels like there's going to be some kind of offer of information or some clarity or some thoughts that are coming through that is going to it's going to create some balance, but at the same time it's not an easy, like the King of Wands in reverse, it's feeling like someone's about to have a temper tantrum is how it feels. It's just this hot-headed, this um yeah, just like it's like the in on the inside, whether or not you're going to be expressing and having a full-on tantrum. Some of you that might resonate, and there's no, I was gonna say there's no judgment here. Anyways, um what I'm sensing is that there's a frustration. There is this buildup of almost like annoyed that you're annoyed, right? There's it's not aggressive. This is just like it's like a boiler is a kettle on the stove is just, it's like the pressure is built up to the point where you just can't handle it now. But there needs to be a release, right? There needs to be judgment is the release. Judgment is going from your, well, in this case, I'm not quite sure what that's supposed to be. Um, but there's a release in the part of letting go of our old forms, our old, what we used to like limiting beliefs that we had or habits that we would continue. There's some kind of clarity coming in to bring in the balance, but just like the snake is here with the figure 8 shape, right? This is a cycle. And there are going to be times where you're at the tail and sometimes you're going to be at the head. So this could be for you the reason the king is in reverse, and the reason that we need to have some strength to tame this energy is because we might be at the tail end of something. And the tail end of things always feels like endings. It feels like um, failures. It feels like frustrations and ends to things that you don't necessarily want to have coming or see or experience. But with the judgment card, there is a release. There is some release in the process. As this information comes in, balance will be found, and there needs to be an awareness of which end you are at so that you have the right strength in order to overcome these feelings of resentment potentially, right? There's this hot-headedness with the King of Wands in reverse. Think Leo, an angry lion who's, you know, upset they didn't get more than their share kind of energy. And yet the release is to know that you got exactly what you needed when you needed it. The Ace of Wands on the bottom is beautiful with this because as I'm taking that here, it's going to lead you to a new beginning, a new passion, a new excitement. The king, it's almost like the suit of wands from ace to king. With this first original experience, the clarity has to come through because it wasn't a successful transit through the suit. And now we're beginning anew with an original, or not necessarily original, but there's going to be the beginning of a new passion, a new excitement, a new flame, a new creative outlet. And below that, we have the High Priestess, which confirms for me that this will take some intuition. This will take some leaning into your subconscious to feel your way through, to figure your way through, to realize that once you're done at the tail, you're starting back at the beginning. And it's a forever loop. We will always have experiences to practice what we've learned the first time around, and then the second, and the third, and the fourth. You're learning different things. And so the universe is going to present you with, all right, we've gone through that experience doing those and making those decisions. Here it is again. What decisions are you going to make this time? And this is going to lead to the clarity in that, is going to lead to the balancing and realizing that there's a strength that is required to acknowledge the fact that this didn't necessarily pan out the way you wanted to, but that it allows for a release, which is required before you can start again. And so, see what's poking through. Once you start following your intuition, allowing that to be your guide, you get the Ten of Cups, baby, which is fulfillment, which is emotional. Like you're crossing that rainbow now, not that rainbow. I mean, the rainbow of experience of like you've actually got to the pot of gold at the end. And so allow some time, take your intuition, follow these new inspirations because they're going to make you realize that it's a release from what you was could have been what was holding you back. In the meantime, if you want some more detail on your personal experience, please do let me know. Otherwise, and that is coming through with the moon here underneath. If there's anything that's in the shadows that you would like to have more information on, please do reach out. Otherwise, have a beautiful, beautiful day, and we will see you in the next one.